it's 15 minutes. So we're going to add this first so it's easy to stir, and then we're going to add in our fermenter, or our chiller. It will a little bit. Yeah, it gets that clumpiness, which allows you to stir it in. It'll go through a phase where it foams a little bit, so you have to keep an eye on it. At this phase, yeah, there's a risk of having the proteins get grabbed up to grab up some of the hops, but most of them are denatured from the first round, so it's not as bad. And we're adding a lot of hops to this, so. Or a reasonable amount depending on how hoppy you like it. All right, at this point things start happening faster because your timing is closer together.
What did you call that thing? A chiller?
Yeah, this is an immersion chiller, literally because it's immersed in the liquid. There's a couple other kinds of chillers. One's called a counterflow chiller, where you would basically have this tubing overwrapped with another tubing, and then you would siphon or pump the beer through the inner tubing and then water through the outer tubing, so that they sort of go by each other. The metal transfers the heat from the beer to the wort to the water, and the water goes down the drain and the beer gets cool. It's another one, a plate chiller, which does the same thing but with plates. There's another way to do it too, which costs a little extra money, so I usually don't do it that way. And that would be to go to the store, buy a gallon jug of spring water, and then a day or so ahead, put it in the freezer. Then you don't even need the immersion chiller or the sink or anything. When the boil's finished, turn it off, take it off the stove, go to the freezer, take out your block of ice, take a knife and very, very carefully cut the plastic off it, and then drop your block of ice carefully into the boiling hot wort, because it will splash. Put that in there and then stir it. By the time you're done stirring it, it'll be cool, and then put it in the fermenter, add your topping up water, and then it'll be pitchable right then. Sometimes it might even be a little too cold.
And do you sterilize the inside of the chiller?
The inside you don't have to, because it'll never come in contact with the beer. So that's sort of one of the things
right, because water's just going through it.
Yeah.
Just a heat exchanger.
It's a heat exchanger, that's all it is. And that's what I like the most about this system, is that you can visually inspect it. With the other two, a plate chiller and a counterflow chiller, you can't look at where the beer is. If there's bits of hops caught up in there or something, you can't see that. So you just have to trust that it got cleaned out okay. And those are harder to sanitize because you can't see them. Usually the outer tubing is not something you want to throw in the pot to boil, so you don't boil those like you do this. So this one, you can see it, you can visually inspect it. It gets heat sanitized by the pot. And then, yeah, the cooling water never comes in contact, so you don't have to sanitize any of that.